According to the Gospel of Peter, the Romans set a guard at the tomb. And while the guard was watching the tomb to make sure that nobody would come to steal the body, two angelic figures descend from heaven. And as they descend, the stone in front of the tomb rolls away. The two angelic beings come down and they enter into the cave. And then they come out supporting a third person. These angels are so tall that their head reaches up to the sky. The one they're supporting, his head reaches up above the sky. And after they come out from the tomb, behind them there emerges the cross. And a voice comes from heaven and asks, "Have you preached to those who are asleep?" And the cross replies, "Yes." Well, this is an amazing story. A giant Jesus and a walking, talking cross. How this thing didn't survive for all the centuries is beyond me. I mean, this seems like one you'd want to keep. So the whole thing, of course, is metaphorical. These angels are taller than humans. They're giants because they're divine beings. Divine beings are superhuman, so they're taller. Jesus is taller than them because he's the Son of God, so he's really tall. And the cross, the walking, talking cross, is a metaphor. Has the message of the salvation brought by the cross of Jesus gone to those who are asleep, meaning gone to those who have died? Yes, Christ's salvation extends even to those who died before he appeared on earth. And so it's a theological message being preached. Well, one of the most interesting features of this text is that at the end, it moves into the first person. The way the text ends is, after the resurrection, it says, "I, Simon Peter, and my brother Andrew collected our nets and went fishing. And with us went Levi, son of Alphaeus, whom the Lord..." Stops. That's it. That's where it ends. So it stops in the middle of a sentence, so you don't know what's going to happen next. So that's it. But it is interesting, this author claims to be Simon Peter. That's unlike Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which are anonymous books. Matthew never claims to be written by somebody named Matthew. Matthew's written anonymously, and later editors said, "Oh yeah, that's the one Matthew wrote." And so they put the title, "The Gospel According to Matthew," on it. The same with Mark, Luke, and John. They're all anonymous. This book claims to be written by Peter, but Peter certainly did not write the book. The book was written 60 or 70 years after Peter was dead, probably in the early 2nd century. This is an author claiming to be someone that he's not. In modern parlance, we call that a forgery. In the ancient world, they called it other things, which were equally nasty. The two most common words for that kind of literary activity, where you would write a book claiming to be someone other than who you were, the two most common words in Greek, the language that these books are written in, the first word is pseudos, which means a lie. These books were called lies. The other word is somewhat worse. It's nothos. These books were called notha. Nothos is a word that means bastard. So they were bastard because the book doesn't legitimately belong to the person who's claimed as the author. So it's an illegitimate child. So these books are lies and bastards, or a modern term we would call them forgeries.